Hi folks, today I just want to quickly talk to you for a few minutes about what happens when you send your song in for review to a curator or a reviewer of some fashion or a service like that. I'm only going to concentrate on the couple of people that I've been working with at the moment, what exactly goes on behind the scenes and what we can do for your music. It's fair to say that I'm a very small review operation, started it in lockdown and it's just been building since there. I've gone for totally sort of organic build. I've just let people come to me, and that's seemed reasonably successful. What happens when you sign up or send your song into review? Some are free, some are paid. We know all about that. So let's concentrate on the free one. For me, it doesn't matter whether it's free or paid. What I give generally is the same, although for a paid service, I am sort of duty bound to give X amount of feedback in as much as the style of feedback, what it needs to be about. That's about it, really. I do work for an online magazine and I do for a paid review service. If you send a track in on the online magazine style stuff or the blogs type stuff, it tends to come to me via an email. And on that email, I'll typically get 10 songs which have come from record labels, playlisters, PR companies, agents. They have taken on artists who are almost certainly paying them to do that. They'll be signed up to a promotion service. Those people are then going out to all of the reviewers, playlisters, bloggers, whatever, to try and get their artist a little bit more screen time. And some of that appears in my inbox, as well as many, many other people's inboxes. So what happens then, we would choose the track. Now, I skip through loads and loads of songs every single week. And it's fair to say that the style of what you submit makes a difference. If the image is good and something that catches my eye in the image, the wording, the instant description of what you're looking for or what you're doing makes a lot of difference. Keep it short and sweet. Put a good image in there. Tell us what your genre is and what you're looking for as well in feedback. Are you looking for mix and production feedback? Are you looking for pictures, images, blogging, something like that? Description of your track, just somebody's opinion of your track. Are you looking for playlisting? Try and get all that in there in as shorter sentences as you can. That makes all the difference. From the online mag side of things, what would happen is I do the review. If it's a short review, it's about 100 words. If it's a long feature, it can be anything. It can be a Q&A. We include pictures, links to your video, link to your streaming site, whatever it is. That all goes in the magazine once a week, and that gets distributed out to all the subscribers of the magazine. They all get the same sort of level of thing. We listen to the songs a few times and pick out various things that we like about it. As regards the paid service, I'm not going to say who it is I do it for, but you can find it out by following my links in my website or whatever. And they send me similar type of things. So I go onto their website, I'll get a notification via email, there's been a new song submitted. I go onto the website and there's a list of songs there which are ready for review. Now, again, I will flick through them quickly. I'll listen through them. If there's a few things that will put me off straight away, the genre, if it's just not my scene or I don't feel I can offer anything constructive on it, then I will reject it. In my case, if it's got loads of bad language in it and they haven't sent me an edited version, I will probably reject it. Other than that, I'm going to listen to it 2 or 3 times. I tend to start writing as soon as I start playing it instantly. So because I like to get the instant vibe of what it's about. Then I'll go back, listen to it 2 or 3 other times, and I'll type something up, which will probably revolve around what I think of the mix and the production, the vocal, the style, the delivery, the arrangement of the track, that sort of thing. From then on, I have to decide whether I'm going to share it and where I'm going to share it. So I have to say if I'm going to put it on a Twitter feed, on my Spotify playlists, on my YouTube playlist, into the magazine or on my website. I do that, and then I have to post the links to those things when it gets submitted. So the artist then knows that I've done the review and they will know all of the places where I've shared their music. Now, my playlists are not massive by any means. And so what happens to me is, if I show you quickly, these are my playlists here. So I've got an indie artist playlist. I've got an indie rock pop playlist. I've got an indie punk pop playlist. I've got an indie acoustics playlist at the moment. I'm looking to increase those, but they haven't got massive followings or massive likes. But I just keep adding them, and these get turned round. There's probably most of about 40 or 50 tracks per playlist. As I add them, I'll delete them off the end. So they'll probably stay on for a couple of weeks, maybe longer if I don't do much of it. That's sort of how it goes, really. I've got my Facebook page, which I share stuff on here. I've got my Twitter page, which is quite active. I share a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of people looking for new music. There's a lot of radio stations looking for new music. The Reddit feed, I'll post stuff on the Reddit feed a lot. You can post stuff on the Reddit feed as well directly if you want. If you sign up, just follow us on the Reddit. Just to recap, I'm using Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, my website, and that's it. That's what goes on, really. It's nothing secretive. And I can say that in my world, certainly, the people I'm involved with are all genuine people, and they will genuinely listen to your music, and they will give you their honest feedback. You take from it what you want. It's not to say that our opinions are always right. You decide if you want to take any of it on board and do anything about it before you submit the next track. So that's pretty much what goes on. I will be doing another video on pay for plays, because that is a whole different ball game when you are simply paying for numbers. I tried an experiment with paying for numbers on SoundCloud, which just went horribly wrong. I'll put the link to it in under here. A lot of those things are total nonsense. You know, there is absolutely no point in having 10,000 plays if they are just not people or fans. That's behind the scenes. If you want to know anything about this whole process of reviews and curators and all that, this is just my experience and up in the last couple of years. If you want to know anything about any of these things, drop me a line, drop me a message. Tell me what you think. Who are you using? What do you think is the good and bad points of music review? I know people post all the time about some of the services that they're not happy with. They don't feel they get taken on board very often. The songs don't get played. They don't get accepted. Yeah, it happens. Let me know what you think.